Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have a combined polish haul of two different stores as well as two different pre-order sites. I slipped into two different grocery stores and found a couple goodies, as well as the monthly Handmade Creations and polish pickup. Personally didn't order from PPU this month, but my grandma was so gracious to get me a birthday present as my birthday is coming up on the 1st. So let's just get right on into all these goodies. So this first one is a beautiful nude color, and this one is called Vanilla Latte. This one is from the LA Colors Color Craze gel line. This one is not an actual gel, but it does have that gel-like effect. So I really like these formulas, and this is a really pretty color for my skin tone, and I was really excited to get this one. So let's try this one out. Let's go in for our first coat. Looks like there are a few wonky bristles on the brush, but they don't seem to be affecting my application. And this seems to be a really nice formula, pretty much a one coat. That is really so nice and full and so glossy in just one coat. Super pretty. Very nice color. Very nice shade. This next one is a beautiful pink acrylic I found at the grocery store. It is a very, very light pink, and my pink skin tone is probably drawing this out and making it look white, but it definitely has a pink hue, very slightly, and it also has some pretty glitters in there. Love a full glitter acrylic. This one is called Sprinkle Sprinkle, and this one seems really appropriate for a birthday. Looks like sprinkles on a cake. So let's try this one out. I am all base coated up as I was for the last one, but let's just go right on in for our first coat. I did fail to mention that I do have base coat on for all of my swatching. Really nice coverage for the first coat. It'll build up really nicely in 2 or 3 coats like a normal acrylic should. And that's just our first coat. Let's go in for our second coat. Let's go in for our third coat. And that to me just brings out its fullness and its potential. And it really makes sure that your opacity is full in case you left any patches or anything else. I feel like 3 is the sweet spot for this one, and look at how shiny and glossy that is. Really pretty. Kind of reminds me of my Jawbreakers acrylic. This one's so pretty. Love these kinds of formulas. The next one is a super cool, shifty kind of metallic purple by Sally Hansen. This is the Extreme Wear line. This one is called Iris Illusion. And as you can see, it has some cool chromatic kind of shiftiness going on. Try to get it in ultralight and low light so you can kind of see all of that. Has that really nice purple glow to it, as well as this kind of shifty color vibe going on. Really pretty. Let's try it out. Let's go in for our first coat. Holy moly, that is super sheer. I was not expecting that. looks like this is going to be more of a topper. I'll have to try this over black and see how that looks. Because otherwise, this is extremely sheer. It might build up with that shimmer, but we shall see. Let's go in for our second coat. It doesn't quite build up, and it probably won't even if I do go into 3 or 4 coats. The nail line will still probably show, and I did pretty thick coats, but I would like to try it over black because I feel like that's where it's going to shine, or over a similar toned polish. So let's try it over black. Oh yeah, that instantly gives it that multi-chromatic full effect. Oh, that's way cool. Goes from that green to that bright purple. So that's super fun. Interested to see what it would look like over a dark purple or even just a lavender. That's so cool. This next one is the only PPU I went ahead and got this last month. My grandma actually got this one for me. This one is called Courage, and this was the one that called me the most. This is an absolutely stunning polish. It completely glows. I've been loving everything from Phoenix lately. Look at that. It's got beautiful blue reflectives, which look like that without flash. And look at the shimmer on that. It is like glowing. And in low light too, it is glowing. And all those reflective glitters, you totally still catch them. So love that one. Super excited for that. And this is like my birthday treat. So totally in love. Let's go in with our first coat of Courage. This one is actually based off of Courage the Cowardly Dog, and the color totally matches his color, which is really cool. That is such a pretty color. It's kind of blinding the camera, but my goodness, those reflectives, y'all, and that shimmer. This is just the first coat. Let's go in for our second coat. That looks really nice in 2 coats. The color and shift on that is so beautiful. I am in love with this one. The next ones are from Handmade Creations. I also got a smaller order this month, or last month, I guess I should be saying. And this is also a Phoenix. Surprise, surprise. I am just like so addicted to their formula and their colors and color combos recently. What is this? Attention! This month we will put a white tape around the mouth of the bottle to prevent possible leaking during the shipping. You can remove it as soon as you receive your nail polish bottle. If there is a leak, please let us know. Okay, let's peep it out. And this one is Architect of Olympus. I remember what this is. It was a completely ridiculously wonderfully shifty polish. Oh my goodness, and it has hollow. I never even realized that about this one, but this is like a kind of periwinkle, but a little bit purple leaning base, and this shifts from like red to green over a blue, and it just looks so rainbowy stone looking. I don't know. It's absolutely gorgeous. If I can find some... Oh, this is what they meant by the white tape. I didn't even notice. I thought that they meant it would be around here, but then when I opened it, I was so enamored by it, I didn't even think about it. Interesting. It doesn't affect it at all, so I don't know. I might just leave it on there. So pretty. And there is that like yellow and green, and over that blue, from that red to yellow to green to blue, it just totally looks like rainbow shifty, absolutely beautiful dragon scale. So super pretty, and look at all that hollow in there too. There you can see some of the green on the extreme angles. Down here and up here. Let's go in for our first coat. This one's pretty sheer on the first coat, but it is full of shimmer, so I'm sure it will build up nicely. Let's go in for our second coat. This one may be a 4-coater, we'll see. Let's go in for our third coat. With the crazy amount of shifts on here, if you put like a VNL or a nail blurring type base coat where the nail line is camouflaged, this would work fine, but because it's so sheer, trying to get that really juicy pigmented look through the shimmer does leave it a little bit see-through. But the shift on it, so I'm going to go in for our fourth coat, but I also want to do it over a similar color to see how that looks. So going in for our fourth coat plus a similar colored and that should camouflage the nail line enough. You don't really get to see it as serious as it is in real life because you really don't get as much nail line. This is more like what it looks like. You get a lot more of that shift, and as you can see, even though there's nail line, that shift covers it when you're looking at it. It's only when you're looking right under the light and shifting your nails in a way where it sees right through it, but I don't know. I think this would be fine. 4 coats is good. I'm just looking to get it to look like the swatch photos, which sometimes just doesn't happen, and that's okay. But just out of curiosity, I'm going to do it over a similarly toned polish to see if I can get a little bit more of an opaque look or how this looks exactly. feel like the shift is not as strong, but that's also 4 layers of that shift versus 1. So I'm going to come back for another layer on just this nail so we can see how that looks in comparison. Kind of just out of curiosity. And that's how it looks with a flash on it. Super pretty. Let's go in for a second coat just on this nail. It does really deepen the color. You just don't get as strong of a green shift over that color. And there's that kind of green gold shift into a red. So I feel like these ones are a little bit deeper as far as shift goes, but this one is deeper as far as base color goes, so it just depends on how you feel about nail line and what you're ultimately going for as far as that glow goes. But I really feel like either way is super beautiful. And you really only get nail line on these two again when you're like in a super awkward light where you can see right through it. Otherwise, it's nothing but shift. So super love this one, fun to play with. And this last one is a sassy sauce, and I also really love them. I'm starting to gain quite the collection. And I love the card that comes with it because you can set this up and you can do swatches on it. So that's really cool. And there's a little card right here, or I mean there's a little pop-out hole right here, and you can put it on a chain, and then you've got actual swatches, kind of like swatch sticks or something of that nature. So I think this is super clever. Love that business card. I know it's kind of silly, but I like it. I've actually been keeping them. But this is a kind of purpley blue or blue with a purple shift kind of deal, and it has these red flakes. This one kind of reminded me of Saffron Sizzle, but it has some differences, and I missed that one, so I went ahead and grabbed this one. I really enjoyed the swatch pictures that I saw of this one, and there is some shifty goodness in there. This one is called Metamorphosis, and here down in the bottom of the bottle, you see that like green and yellow and red, and it's kind of this teal blue. So there's like so much cool shift, and let's see if I can show you a little bit more. Let's try And here you can see the shifts at all those angles and just how good that is. That is beautiful. I've been really into super shifty polishes lately, and wowza, this hits the mark. So yummy. Let's go in for our first coat. Let's go in for our second coat. Let's check out the shifts on this baby. Wow, you guys. This really is so pretty, so shifty. I love this polish. And this is all of my little haul here combined together. So if you have enjoyed this video, please consider liking. And if you want more of this content, you can subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you'll make sure to never miss an upload. Until next time, friends, thanks for hanging with me.